everybody. I'm Garrett.
And I'm
And
Carolyn.
we're Diary of a Family.
We're living life intentionally with you. I was just ribbing Garrett a second ago. Oh, you went with that question. I told you to change it. And he's like, I did. I crossed it out. And I looked down at our notes. Sure enough, it's crossed out.
Welcome to another wonderful community live stream.
Woohoo!
If you are just joining our channel, we do this every weekend, whenever we can, which is most weekends.
Most weekends. Saturday, we've been doing it Saturday at 4 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there.
Or somewhere around there. We've been playing around at times. But welcome. We are so glad that you guys are here, even if you are rewatching this at a later date.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Drop a note in the comments. And if you are on right now, like Nursing Our Travel Bug and X Marks the Spot, you are joining in on our live chat. So type us a note in the comments.
Yeah. A question for you guys. What is your favorite fall activity?
Ooh, there's lots out there.
There's a lot of stuff, yeah.
Eating candy corn.
Carving pumpkins.
Hay rides.
I think like going for hikes
In the
cool,
fall,
in the
crisp
fall,
air. You
yes.
love the fall, crisp air, don't you?
This is perfect weather for me. It's not hot. It's not too cold. It's still perfect shorts weather for me. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was like freezing this morning. Hot tea for me, you guys. It's been several months since I stopped drinking tea. I usually do this cycle.
Breaking into our supply again.
About 2/3 of the year, I'm drinking tea every morning or during the day.
Yep.
And then in the summertime, it's just too hot.
What will happen if we end up chasing 70 degrees?
I'll drink tea sometimes, and then sometimes I won't. I don't know. Nursing Our Travel Bug says that their favorite fall activity is making chili.
Ooh.
Okay, what kind of chili? Is it the white bean chili, the brown bean chili?
Stag chili from a can.
Do you put chicken in it? Do you put ground beef in it? Like, what is your chili? I have met someone, trying to remember who it was, and it might be Nursing Our Travel Bug, that you have a secret ingredient that you put into your chili that makes it. Or no, maybe it's my recruiter. I'm thinking it was a Natasha that was telling me. Do you remember? That secret ingredient was chocolate.
I think it was your recruiter.
I think it was
we were
Natasha
talking
Sage,
about that
yeah.
at
At
Atlas.
headquarters, yeah.
Yeah.
She has won awards with her chili. X Marks the Spot. You have cell reception. I am so excited for you. You guys spent a lot of time in, what would that be called in California? Is that east, south?
South Lake Tahoe.
The South Lake Tahoe area, but what, I mean, in relation to the state itself.
It's northeast. It's
northeast.
northeast.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
northeastern section of.
How does it feel being back in cell coverage?
I
X Marks the
know.
Spot.
And away from bears, too.
Yeah. It's nice to see you guys doing campgrounds and getting on the road again. It's really, really tough when you've been on the road. Or you've been stationary for so long. And then you're like, oh, we get to go on the road again. Which is what we're doing next week.
I know. We're getting ready. Oh, look at those cute little fall leaves that they put in their chat.
Leaf peeping. What does that mean?
That's what you like to do. You like to watch the leaves fall off the trees.
Fall. Yeah.
Proceeding onward in America. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Hola, mi amigos.
Hola.
Hey, you guys, I'm teaching myself German.
Yep. We're trying Duolingo.
And
we're trying it out with.
It's a free app.
Yeah.
And then you can pay for it if you don't want the
ads.
commercials. And Emma is learning Spanish. I'm helping her along with that. And I thought, well, I'll just see how this works as I was downloading it. And I thought, I need to choose a language I don't know because she doesn't know Spanish, so I need to know how it would work.
I told her Klingon.
Yeah, they don't have Klingon as an option.
They do.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't. What?
Yeah.
Duolingo has Klingon? I should learn Klingon.
When I was doing our video for homeschooling on the road, I was doing research, and Nursing Our Travel Bug mentioned that they were using Duolingo. So I went to Duolingo.com
To check it out.
and I was scrolling through all the different languages,
Mm-hmm.
and at the very bottom it said Klingon.
Oh my gosh. That's a totally like made up language. I love it.
Yep.
Oh
The
my
people
goodness.
are very serious about their Klingon.
Very serious. And when are you going to be able to use that?
When you go to a Star Trek convention.
That's it.
That's it.
Star Trek convention.
Hope misses the bears, coyotes, and chipmunks.
I know all the animals out there. So proceeding onward in America. Sorry we missed you last time we were in Missouri. Well, we'll see you on the road at some point.
Yeah.
We're not going to be here too much longer. We got a week.
A week left. We're going to be packing in the final preparations for our trip down. We already have all of our reservations our route picked.
Mm-hmm.
And
so my last day is next Saturday. So we may or may not skip our live, or maybe Garrett will just go live quickly on his mobile and let you know where we're at with our packing and stuff. But I've tried to get it off, but there's nobody who wants to switch shifts.
For some reason, it's like the one day.
I know.
I just need to switch this day. And you have like 3 days off before that.
I always forget to get it written into my contract that I don't want to work like the last 2 days of the week. I want my shifts front loaded, and then they just schedule me whenever. But I've got 4 shifts left. That's it, guys. 4 shifts left. And then we are hitting the road.
Proceeding onward in America says we can use it at Mayberry. Start practicing.
Ha! Mayberry? German or Klingon?
Probably Klingon.
In Mayberry?
Sure, I don't know.
So, hello. I don't know if I can say it on live camera yet, but I've been practicing, and maybe one day I'll pull out some of my German.
What's actually funny is when you were sitting there just practicing the words and stuff, I could hear enough of it's close enough to English, even though you can't understand it when they're talking. If you say the one word, you're like, that's water.
Yeah. There are some combinations of letters that I'm still trying to learn that they don't say what I'm used to in English.
Yeah.
Like father is Vater, and it starts with with a V, but the W's also say the V sounds, and there's other letters that say other sounds, and but they use, like Spanish, they have masculine and feminine. So I'm used to that, but it's very much structured like English, and a lot of the words have the same root, I think. They're all coming from probably like
the Latin.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see. It's just a little hobby I am using to keep my brain sharp.
One thing I found interesting, and I learned it on our history book that we're going through with the kids, is, does anybody know what the Rosetta Stone is? Besides the fact that it is a popular learning tool to help you learn another language.
So I didn't do that lesson with you, but the Rosetta Stone, isn't that an old stone, a relic that they had found?
Yes.
Possibly in Egypt? And it had like all the languages on it that were, or
it
some
had
major ones?
So what it had is the Egyptian hieroglyphs, which at the time before they discovered this, they were not able to, because the language had gone away, no one knew how to read it.
Oh, how to interpret the hieroglyphics.
To interpret the hieroglyphics. And the kids are learning about hieroglyphics right now in their history. And so what the Rosetta Stone was, is it actually included Greek, which is a universal language, and the hieroglyphs in such a way that you could parallel.
So it helped them know what the hieroglyphics meant, and so now they can interpret what those. So that's cool.
So once they were able to determine that, then they were able to go and look at this and be like, "Oh, that's what it means."
Going back in the chat here, Nursing Our Travel Bug says, usually red chili ground beef. Recently tried putting dried chilies in the food processor and then in the chili. So that sounds like a really good recipe.
Yeah.
I love eating chili. It's delish. For those of you who have just joined our chat, what is your favorite fall activity? For Nursing Our Travel Bug, they love making chili. X Marks the Spot said they love leaf peeping. I've done some corn mazes. Those are always really fun.
Apple cidering was also something we did a lot in the fall.
That is a family favorite for my family.
And I mean, the last 2 years we haven't been able to do it because we've been on the road, but maybe in the future we'll actually be able to work our way up there.
We'll be there in the fall, do the apple cidering, and then get out of Dodge before it gets cold in Washington, right?
Yeah. Before all the routes besides California close up.
Right. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. What do we have here? X marks the spot says spending lots of time on the internet planning our route and stopovers. Hey, we're going to talk about route planning today, aren't we?
Yeah. One fun fact that happened today. We are at a very patriotic subscriber count. That doesn't really happen that often. We're at 1,776 subscribers.
Wow.
So that was the year that America became a country.
Congratulations. Yep. DFAM, you made us patriotic.
So we are patriotic today. But I'm not wearing my
I'm wearing blue.
I'm wearing blue. I gotta put my hat on, but that would have the Texas flag on it.
True.
That's all right.
At the founding of our country, Texas was what, part of Spanish land?
Or Mexico?
Mexico wasn't a country yet. I don't know. We have to go back into our history. Woohoo! Yeah. Nursing Our Child Bug says hieroglyphics, ancient Greek, and Demotic. Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
Maybe you can learn Demotic with your Klingon. Proceeding onward says Fabian likes to eat, and I like to do all the random fall stuff. LOL. Random fall stuff. Cleaning out the closet, going to get decorations. What else are random fall things?
Fall spice scents.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Like
pumpkin spice lattes
pumpkin spice,
and
cinnamon.
Pumpkin bread and pumpkin everything, right?
Well, what was it? We were at Hobby Lobby the other day, and they had this little cinnamon broom that was like that tall.
Oh, yes. Yes, we need to get one of those for our bathroom. Or two. One for the kids' stinky bathroom.
We need like 3 of them for that bathroom. Kids are like, I can't breathe. I'm like,
well, the problem is, I hate cleaning toilets, but you leave it for me to do, and then I don't want to do it on my weekends.
I did it.
Guess what he did? He cleaned the toilets for me.
I've been doing it on a regular
And then last night,
basis.
I found a big old poop in the kids' bathroom.
That was after they went to bed. One of them walked down and dropped a dookie.
Okay, we're not going to talk about poop. We are going to talk about route planning because we have been doing that. We have been route planning for the last couple of weeks. Just kind of now we've
one
gotten
of the
it down
reasons
to...
why we started planning a little bit earlier is we are going to be testing out a newer program.
We've talked about it.
We talked about it a few weeks ago. We had Philip Petrowski on from Faithful Parking, and we are going to try out a few Faithful Parking campgrounds or churches on our way down to Texas.
So we're going to have some awesome footage to be able to talk about what it's like. Yep. We're going to try 2 different locations, 2 different states, and that will allow us to give maybe a little bit broader understanding of what it is to use Faithful Parking. So.
And we're going to squeeze in 1,000 trails in the middle, so
woohoo!
We're excited.
1,000 trails, free if you have the membership, obviously. Well, we paid for it, so we better use it.
Well, we might try and use that 1,000 trails during like Christmas time, as well. Yep. Do something different for a few weeks. So
yes, we haven't planned out as far as
we haven't planned out past really November.
But we are going to be hitting the road here from Missouri to, well, our landing place is Texas, and we're going to take how many days? A week?
Basically
from the 11th to the 17th. That's about a week.
Yeah.
8 days.
Yeah, we arrive in Texas in our final destination on the 17th. We'll get into Texas on the 15th.
So we're going to be doing that. And so what does route planning look like for us? I know we've done videos before about, apps that you can use or this or that. Walk us through how you go about, where do you start and what are the pieces that you have to have?
Well, for us, it really is determined by how much time do we have to get there and how much do we want to see. when we came from Washington to Missouri, we almost did as almost as much of a beeline as you could do. We did that. And we took a few days to rest and visit friends and stuff like that, but it was a straight shot.
Yeah.
Now here we only have like 800 miles to go.
Not too far. We could do it in like 10 hours.
Yeah. If we really, really needed to, we could just go, boom, find a Walmart parking lot and get down there. But we have time between our contract and when we need to be down there. So we're kind of meandering a little bit. We're hitting 2 new states. I was trying to get a 3rd state in there, but
we want to take some relaxing days.
Yeah.
And we also are going to see friends. So it's like I've been at such a breakneck pace at work that we need to take it a little bit slower and just enjoy the trip, enjoy the travel.
Yeah. So we are going. Do we want to tell them? I guess we can tell them the states. I mean,
well, just the states, yeah. And then later on we can talk about the route after we've done it.
Yeah. We are going to spend a few days in Tennessee. I have family from Tennessee. My mom will probably be all over commenting, "Oh yeah, you have family here in Tennessee." So we have family in Tennessee, but then we're going to go into Arkansas, and that will put us right above where we need to drop into Texas. And then from there, we'll be in Texas, and we'll be good. So we're keeping it simple, but we are getting 2 more stickers put on our trailer, which we're excited about.
Yes.
And we're trying out a new service, which we're excited to give you guys our thoughts and reviews on it as well.
So you can decide if Faithful Parking is right for you for the way you travel and, wanting to support local ministries around the country as you're going from point A to point B.
And the nice thing I like about their service is you don't have to be a Christian to use it. You don't have to be a part of a membership to use it. It's very much you go online to Faithful Parking. And I mean, the whole video will be explain everything on how to use it, but it's a very simple process. So,
yep. X marks the spot says, what happened to the toilet O-ring replacement video? Was it too crappy to show? We actually haven't done it yet. Who wants to do nasty plumbing stuff in an RV?
I still have to I would have to get an O-ring for that. Take it out, pop the new one.
We'll get to it at some point. Our O-rings are pretty bad on both toilets, but we just keep dealing with it. And, sometimes the toilet water leaks out and then the smell comes up. And it's worse when the tank is full.
And the AC is running.
Well, that's pulling the smell from the top
and
pulling it in. So,
yeah.
It's
actually, last time I dumped the tanks, I walked back inside. I was like, oh, I don't smell anything. And I remembered, oh, right. It's colder now.
We don't have the AC running.
The AC is not running nonstop.
POA says slow down and enjoy the areas. That is important. It is.
They also said they're in Tennessee right now.
Yay! That's awesome.
The National Travel Bug says G is the only 10 I see.
I have no idea.
Bill?
Just kidding. You both are like an 11. We rock. Is that what that means, Bill?
Sure.
We trust in you.
Sure.
So route planning. We have a point A and point B. We have a certain amount of days between. And then we decide, do we have time to hit certain new things that we want to see?
Yep.
Like, I mean, if there was a bucket list item between point A and point B, we would try to hit it, right?
Yes.
So if Mount Rushmore was between point A and point B, we would go to Mount Rushmore. If like the Noah's Ark Museum was between point A and point B, or pretty close, we would try to do those. All right. And then what kind of apps do you use to kind of like plan that route out?
The 2 main ones I use are Allstays and Campendium. Both have their pluses and minuses. What I like about Campendium is that if there is a dump station close by, it does a lot better job of showing where just a dump station is. Mm-hmm. Both show decent amount of boondocking locations, but not all of them. And so by using both in conjunction, you kind of get an overall picture. And I know there's like freecamping.net and
there's others.
Boondockers Anonymous. I mean, the list goes on. It's an endless list.
You'll find your happy medium.
Find what programs work for you and go with that. So.
Now, does Compendium and such have the Faithful Parking on it, or do you have to go on Faithful Parking to see those?
You have to go on to Faithful Parking to see those, and then you have to make the reservation off the website.
So really, you have to use multiple apps and websites to get a route, a good route, a good like stopping locations. Now, for the route itself, not the stopping points, what program do you use for that? Just Google Maps, basically.
So if
like the actual driving,
I use normally Google Maps to get an idea of the route I'll take. Depending if I have any concerns, I might use Truck Map.
And that helps you to decipher
the
height of the vehicle, making sure that there's no low underpasses. Does it also pay attention to like railroad tracks and like, you know how we've had those railroad tracks that we couldn't cross because they were super high?
I believe.
What are those called?
Allstays actually does a really good job of low. Well, it's a low clearance still.
Low clearance, but that's like low clearance on the bottom.
Yeah.
I thought they might have a word to differentiate between the two.
High hump.
High hump. Wait. Never mind. We won't try to name it. Somebody out there name it. If this is low clearance, then what is it when you're like, it's a railroad track that you can't get your
What I end up doing is I'll get the route down off of Google Maps, and then I'll go over it, and I'm like, okay, we spend 600 miles on an interstate. And interstates, you never have to worry about because they always have to meet a certain DOT regulation
for the big trucks.
For the heights, for the big trucks. So they're always 16 to 18 feet tall or higher. So you don't ever have to worry about those. It's when you are driving through small towns and back roads that you really kind of need to pay attention. And
unless you're like the Grassies who have a little truck camper and then they can go anywhere.
Then they just go, we're just going to go around those.
We're going to do the back roads that nobody else will be able to haul their trailer onto.
Yeah.
We love you, Grassies. Grassroots Living, check them out. Yep. Okay. I interrupted.
Yeah.
X marks the spot says, I love both Compendium and Allstays. Allstays also shows Walmart, Loves, and low clearance. Very
You
cool.
can also manually do, like, visually inspect, like, intersections and overpasses and stuff like that by using the Street View on Google Maps.
So you did that when we were worried about that low railroad track coming into the little town near my folks' house.
Yes.
And you actually saw on the view that, there's the rating right there. Like, I remember this railroad track, and I remember it being so low and so tiny. I was like, there's no way a rig can get through there. But he's like, I'm pretty sure semis go there. I'm like, no, I think they have a different route out of town. And then he went to the Google view, and it showed the height. And I was like, oh, like 14.6.
Yeah.
It's not as low as I remember it being.
We have done lower than that.
We have done much lower than that.
I think our lowest was 13.8 and we're 13.6.
Welcome to the show, Papa Drew's RV. Welcome. Nursing Our Travel Bug says we use RV Parky, used to use Park Advisor, had Allstays before they stopped updating the Androids. They stopped updating. That doesn't make sense. Papa Drew's RV says Google Maps told me to get a DeLorean and go to the Back to the Future to find dog breath. Awesome.
Yeah.
Papa Drew's RV also says center line or high line your car.
So if you're looking at the under clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Nursing Our Travel Bug says, don't know what they're called, but our GPS alerts us about both of them. So the higher and the lower.
Yeah. They do have a trucker GPS, so
yes,
they do have the fancy equipment.
The fancy schmancy. How much did that cost you? The trucker GPS.
Well, I think they're normally.
Bill answer.
Yeah.
He knows how much you
answer.
spent.
I'll let you answer.
Oh, we're like You guys, I've been so tired all day long, not feeling well, and just like crashed on the bed. I made Emma make lunch for the kids. Sandwiches. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe I have a little energy here. I'm ignoring my headache. This is what happens when you work overtime for like a month and a half. You get exhausted.
Yeah.
And on your one day off, your body falls apart. Okay, back to our chat. You guys, thank you so much for being a part of this chat. This is awesome.
Yeah, proceeding onward, POA said, "Oh, Poshcats, hello.
Hi, Poshcats. Welcome.
Can you imagine a DeLorean touring an RV and going back in time?
Taking it with them? The RV would fall apart. It wouldn't be able to handle the stress.
Yeah. Bill said
The time
it
warp
cost
thing
a good chunk.
A good chunk. He's not willing to divulge. I guess we can go on and look.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know the cost. I know how much they cost. I'm not. I don't. It's not like I have never done research.
I'm
on...
just teasing you. Papa Drew said, Quartzsite Google Maps told me to park and walk to the campsite. I was like, no Google Maps. Bad Google Maps.
Well, hey there, Loftuses.
Hi, guys. Okay,
Welcome.
This couple, you have got to see their channel, Loftus Party of Six. We roam.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to get them on our channel for an interview. Live, or even just recorded. So, at some point it will happen. We'll bug them enough.
Michael and Lane, we will continue to
Michael and
reach
Lane
out
will
to
be
you.
so sick of Garrett texting them every 2 weeks. Hey, do you have free time now? And they'll finally give in.
But we are super happy for you to join us
Yeah.
for our live stream.
We're talking about route planning because in a week we take off from our location here in Missouri.
And head to Texas.
Head to Texas, and we'll be in Texas through the holidays, most likely.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Oh, yes. X marks the spot says 11foot8.com for the low clearance disasters. We love watching those videos.
Yes.
It's compilation videos of trucks crashing into this low bridge.
And it's the same
clearly
exact
marked,
bridge.
Clearly marked with flashing lights.
Everything's painted like bright, reflective yellow,
and they do it anyway because they're not thinking about how tall their moving truck is, or their box truck, or their RV. Oh my gosh, so many AC units ripped off. But that's a pretty funny channel. We see him on YouTube, right?
Yeah. So Loftus said, "Yes, sorry guys, we are currently in Maine."
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
we've seen some of their pictures from the like kayaking in the ocean in Maine.
Oh, wow.
We definitely like this is the perfect time of year to be up in Maine.
Is it?
It's fall up in Maine.
Because it's not hot and it's not crowded.
It's not hot. It's not crowded. It's not muggy.
But it's not like freezing cold.
But
yet.
everything up there in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, just all the trees are colored because there's not really evergreen trees up there. Yeah.
I need to be like in the tropics my whole life. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed some of these chats up here a little bit ago. Papa Drew says Bill took my cake in a cup and ran away.
Papa Drew and his cake in a cup thing. He has that's been like his theme for like a month.
You can make cake in a cup in the Instant Pot. Do you know that? I have a recipe. I'd make you one, but your birthday was last week. Happy birthday. Everybody, this guy turned what? 25?
25, yeah. Yeah.
No, he's the baby. He turned 37. 37. He's trying to catch up with me, but guess what? My birthday comes in the spring.
I know, it's like 37, and I'm 39. Well, you're a year and a few months older than me anyway, so it's not like I'll ever catch up.
What are we saying here?
I don't know.
Poshcat says we love Google Maps, but just got a Garmin system for my birthday.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome. You'll have to tell us how it works.
Yeah.
Garrett's looked at the Garmins.
Yeah. There's a few different brands, Magellan and Garmin, and
I don't know where you're going to put it in your truck with that great big Halo View camera monitor sitting in the...
Just...
He's like, I'll find a place.
There's places still available.
There's like so much gadgetry going on all over the front of his windshield.
Have you seen other people's vehicles? Like, mine pales in comparison to that black truck sitting right out there.
He's ogled the truck outside next to us.
It's a work truck, but...
It's got a bar of lights across the top of it.
Well, he owns a roofing company, and he travels where the jobs are, so...
Yep. Posh Cat says, hey, to Nursing Our Travel Bug. We don't need to read all those comments.
No.
You guys are awesome. I love it. Papa Drew says, my wife crashed the RV. Oh, no. Was it the awning?
Well, the awning, not sure.
Not sure what she hit. I do know it was $400 to fix.
Yep.
You watched our video.
We haven't done that video yet.
Oh, no, not yet. You guys, we have an awning video coming out. How to fix your awning. It costs $400.
Well, it was under $500.
It was under $500.
But, yes, we fixed our awning.
It's coming. I just know, I mean, we shot that, a month ago? So I'm always thinking, oh, we've done that video.
Yeah. We
just shot it. It's coming. It's coming.
We are trying to... what do you call not future-proof. We're trying to buffer our videos. So get a bunch of them done now.
He's busting his butt right now on a lot of videos.
Yeah.
But they'll all be arranged out while he's in school, so he doesn't have to do a whole lot of editing.
So if I can get as many of them done, then I won't have to do as much editing.
Yeah.
When we travel down and all that. So
yep.
We've done tons of shooting, way more than we need to. But we need content, so and then we have some good stuff coming. So
yes, great stuff. How many hours do we have for the last group of videos?
Every time I put it in, it's like an hour and a half worth of footage I have to go through for a 15 to 17 minute video.
That's pretty good though, because then you really have a lot of content to work with and make awesome videos. So. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. X marks the spot noted my birthday and Garrett's birthdays. We're creeping up on the big 4-0. We're getting so old, people. So old.
You have one more year.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Don't wish me a happy birthday. Mine isn't till April.
We have time.
Posh Cat says we have screens monitoring the screens now. Oh, yes, I did. It was a spoiler alert on that video, but you guys, it's awesome. We have great friends who really just kicked it up a notch, came out and helped us with a bunch of stuff. So we feel like we are set to go.
Yeah.
Plus, did we do the tire video yet?
The tire video was last Wednesday.
Okay. I didn't want to spoiler alert that one.
Yes. No, that one came out already. Yeah.
He shows me all these videos he's working on, and I can't remember which one we premiered or not.
That was actually that was a good one.
It was a really good one. So if you haven't checked that one out, go back and watch our Wednesday's video on us changing out our China bombs for brand new Continentals.
No, Hercules.
Hercules.
We have Continentals on the truck.
Oh, that's right. Because I walked out of the RV and I was like, oh, Continentals. I read it on the tire today.
But that's the other.
I was looking at the truck. So we've been using Tire Pros. Awesome. Great service all over the country. And we have both the truck and all the vehicles.
All the vehicles.
All the vehicles have Tire Pros tires on them now. So
except for the spare.
The spare on the trailer. That's it.
But yeah.
And probably the spare in the car. Or did we switch that one out?
The spare in the car is those little tiny wimpy tires. Things are like
little
one-time
wimpy
use.
Tire. Little wimpy tire. Papa Drew. I do not need a GPS. I have this thing called Wife 2.0 is never wrong. You can hear it no matter how much noise is going. And it gets mad and hits. Sometimes I now want a Garmin. Wives can be good. You just have to ask them not to hit. Tone it down a little bit.
Provide chocolate and wine. It'll probably be fine. Hey, Nomadic Ramblers. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
guys.
We're getting
Welcome.
all the celebrities.
All the celebs. Yes. Oh my gosh.
So for all you guys that are new and joining,
Yeah.
we want to go for a question that we asked at the beginning of our live stream.
Yes.
What is your favorite fall activity? Leave it in the chat so we could talk about it.
My gosh. So what we told you earlier was ours is apple cidering at my folks' house. We've missed it the last couple of years.
Yep.
That is the fall activity of choice for my family because that's the time all the apples are like sweetening up because of the first fall crisp weather. And you squeeze that beautiful golden juice. It's like gold at our house. Squeeze it out. It's
good.
Like it's a community thing. We invite friends from all over to come and do that with us.
Nomadic Ramblers are wishing me a happy birthday.
I know. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh, we've only gotten to route planning. We have like 4 more things to talk about.
Well, we kind of talked about the faithful parking.
Okay, so 3 more things.
3 more.
We're out of order here, you guys.
Yeah, sorry. I probably should have did it in a little different order anyways.
Okay.
But
he thought up all the bullet points.
why she slept.
I know. I
Usually
slept.
following the colors.
Following the colors.
Just
trying to find all those nice golds and oranges and reds and yellows.
Yeah.
Our kids are like, look, the leaves are falling on the ground.
What's crazy is like growing up in the Northwest in like Washington, there was more evergreen trees. There were a lot of the deciduous trees, but not as many.
You had to be in the right place.
You had to be in the right place.
Leavenworth
was amazing. But so we didn't really get the full majesticness of fall when we were until we really started traveling. I saw it a few times.
The Grand Canyon last
Grand Canyon in the fall was just
beautiful.
But going and just seeing nothing but these trees that are just changing all kinds of different colors, that's spectacular.
Yeah.
And I mean, evergreen trees are cool because they're always green. But then it kind of just gets boring after a while.
Boring? Green's good. Especially if you've been in the Arizona desert for so long.
Yeah. Papa Drew said, what is fall? We have hot and cold. It's like a kitchen sink where we live. And
you don't know how to turn the hot and the cold on at the same time in California?
And as a bonus, we can see the air breathe now.
Oh,
no,
yes.
Trust air.
The air breath.
Air, yeah. You cannot see, just saying. And then Nomadic Rambler said, North Carolina is gorgeous.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We haven't made it there, but I know.
Well, I've been there.
I know.
There's a lot of places. The trailer and the family has not been there.
He got to do a lot of traveling when he was a young man.
Yeah.
A teenager. Young adult.
Yep. So what are we going to be doing when we get to Texas besides the training course and that stuff?
Well, Texas is our state
Domicile.
of residence, our domicile. So what do you do when you go back to your domicile? You do domicile chores. So we are going to set up, because of course the nurse decided, I mean, we haven't had a chance to set up primary care doctors or dentists or anything like that. We've been running around. I think we did have our teeth cleaned last September in Texas, and COVID kept us from doing our 6-month checkup. So it's been about a year now. So we definitely have to see a dentist. The kids need to get their shots.
Yep.
So we've got to get set up with a primary care. I know there's just stuff we've got to get done. Plus, the vehicles, we got our tabs in the mail, but because in Texas you have to have your vehicle inspected every year.
Yeah.
As soon as we hit Texas, we have to get those vehicles inspected.
So our plan on our trip down to Athens is one of the stops we make in Texas. We will be staying an extra day there, and we'll be getting both our everything inspected.
We'll get the vehicles done. We'll get the trailer done as we pull into the RV spot, right?
Yeah, the nice thing is the RV park that we're going to, the first one in Texas, has a RV dealership that's connected to it, and they offer inspections.
So, woo! That's awesome.
X marks the spot, and Nomadic Ramblers say vote.
Yes,
So
that is also on
also
our list.
a reason why we're going down there.
Very important to get out and vote, and we're going to do that. We actually did that in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
We were there in February to do the primaries.
Yep.
So the kids.
That was a lot of fun.
We had to get used to like going to the ballot thing again. I mean, I voted as an 18-year-old. I got registered to vote, and I remember at least when I was 18 and maybe 19. I don't know when it switched.
Mm-hmm.
We would go and do the punch card.
Oh yeah.
Like make sure you punch it all the way through.
I think when I voted,
sort of punching
in the 2000 election. No, did I?
It was still you go to.
No, I wasn't. I didn't vote until 2002. So the second time Bush ran, when I voted, I remember like. I remember as a kid.
So I mean, it was like
cards,
sliding it in and flipping the page and pushing the little thing in. But then I don't know when it happened.
No hanging chads.
No chads. No hanging chads. But then it switched, and we started getting only the mail-in ballots. And I don't know exactly when that happened, but Washington's been doing that for a long time. And so we would get it done, and we wouldn't mail it back. We would always find a location to drop it off, so you had a box to put it into. And you could do it the day of, or you could do it throughout the weeks beforehand to a locked box. So last fall, I mean, in February, that was the first time that we had gone to a voting box, poll, to actually do it, and it was all electronic. I mean, you handed her your license, and I think they scanned it and handed you a card, and you stuck the card in, and it was already printed with your information, so it popped up on the screen, and you clicked buttons, and then it printed it all out on your card, and then you shoved it in the box.
The biggest thing that I really appreciated about going through that entire process was we're there with the kids.
Yeah.
And so we were able to explain
what we were doing,
the civic duty and the responsibility that we have as American citizens to go and vote.
Yeah.
And so really, it was awesome for us to be able to take all, even though we were trying to be like, okay, where are they? Where's Eddie? Where's what?
It was a very good experience, and we'll take them back again. We may do it like one at a time just because of COVID stuff, but Garrett taking a child in and I taking another child in and doing it separately and being able to answer questions as we do the process, so they can see it. I remember going in with my folks and watching them vote at least one time.
Well, I also remember they had the kid ballots, so I got to vote for like Abraham Lincoln and like stuff like that. People that were history and people that you knew because you were learning that as a kid, and you got to go vote. So you got to practice like how to vote.
Practice actually,
and it was cool because that's something that there's a lot of things that I feel like schools don't really teach too much anymore. How to vote, is probably not something that is taught as much anymore, or even balancing a checkbook, or just simple things that you kind of use in life a lot.
Don't worry, our kids will get it all.
Yeah.
Well, as much as we could shove into their brains, right?
We're trying.
Over the next 18 years. I can tell it's turning to fall. The homeless put on jackets and move to the indoor parking garages. Oh, that's so sad, though. Is the summer the homeless wearing shorts and no shirt and camp in tents? I love this state. I'm sorry, Papa Drew. I don't know what California is going to do about all this, but Washington is doing the same thing. What part of Texas? Eastern Texas. The Tyler area.
Well, I told the Mac Ramblers that just message us and
we'll tell you exact
we'll
location.
give them the details. So
all of the dealies.
Let's see here. There's no travel bug is still. They're not sure. Or
they're still hoping to go to Texas. Yeah, it's been a struggle for her to get a job, like they had planned.
Yeah.
But they were planning to vote in person. I hope you can get there to do that.
Yep. So Papa Drew said this year we have the mail-in ballots. This is going to go well. I can feel it.
I hope so.
Well, we're
praying.
We pray that it all goes smoothly, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because politics don't come into
Yeah.
our channel here.
Yeah, we don't like to bring that in. So
But we just hope that there aren't as many screw ups as people are saying there are going to be, because they're shoving these states and counties
that have never done
mail-in ballot, and they're not giving them a chance at a time to work out the system.
I mean, we came from a state. Washington State has been doing mail-in ballots for years, and so they've had
time to perfect it.
10, 15 plus years to perfect this system. And it's, and that's, if you really want to do some kind of mail-in system, do something like that instead of just all of a sudden, okay, we're going to do this mass. And then people are getting 7 or 8 mail-in
Or they're
ballots.
not getting their mail-in ballot at all.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Anyway, so we're going to do domicile chores. We'll just be getting ready for the next season.
Yeah.
Because we're really trying to change the way we do life. Yeah. Isn't that funny, though? Because, I mean, we already made a major change 2 years ago.
We got on the road and we started doing what we do so that we could travel and see America. And now we're making a change so we can travel and see America.
I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't we do this 2 years ago? What's going on? So we have been talking about the change. You will see that unfold before your eyes as you follow us. It's growing pains. And what is life but change? Yeah. And so if you are not willing to see what you're doing is not working and look for options to change it, then you might as well just curl up in a hole and stay there the rest of your life. Yeah. Which I do not suggest you do. Get out there, explore, live life. Yeah. But
Papa Drew is voting for a big cake in a cup. It's good.
Yum. Cake in a cup. So yes, around here it's fall. It's birthday season for us. Garrett leads us off, and then our boys follow basically a month apart. Yeah. And
so we have entered fall birthday
season. Timothy will get to celebrate his birthday in Texas this year. Last year we were at the Grand Canyon for his birthday, and we were in Arizona in Phoenix for Edison's birthday.
So it's not as majestic as Timmy's birthday this year, but I still think he'll probably have fun. Yeah. And then Eddie, all he wants is a watermelon cake.
Yep. He's been saying for months, I want a watermelon cake. I'm like, I don't think they have that flavor, but maybe I can make you a pink cake. Chocolate chips in it for the brown seeds. Yeah. Frost it with green. Call it watermelon cake. He'll be happy.
He won't know the difference, and he'll just love it.
Timothy will be 7. Edison will be 4. They're growing up so fast.
Yes, they are.
Because I mean, Edison was almost 2 when we left.
So he has almost spent more of his life. Well, he's probably basically spent half his life on the road.
Basically, pretty cool.
Which is pretty crazy to think. Yeah. I mean, there was another family that.
Did they start when their youngest was like a baby?
Yeah, I think it was R18 Summers.
Ah, yes.
Their son has now been on the road for about half his life.
Yeah, or more.
No, sorry, it was
probably more. Ruth. No, and her kiddos have been on the road for a long, long time.
Yeah. No, it was the Martins.
Ah.
Their youngest son.
That's right. All these people with kids, little babies who all they know is living in a trailer and
that's why we like
moving
full-time
from place
family.
To place. Anyway, what time is it? 4:49. Okay.
So we also want to give you guys an update with Anna Peterson. She is on her way, or is in. I don't know if she has to quarantine.
I think by now she is in Africa. So Anna Peterson, Kent and Lisa Peterson's daughter from Living Light RV. She left for Africa on your birthday on Monday. Yep. And I know it takes several days to transit from Canada.
Those flights take a long time.
Canada to Africa. She's going to be there for 5 years. We are supporting her in her endeavors. She is teaching art in a school there and is hoping to also get out into the community as well.
Yeah.
So very cool. I know that some of you have seen that interview that we did with her. She did an interview on somebody else's channel as well. Do you remember what channel that was?
Daydream About Nice Things.
Mm-hmm. Daydream About Nice Things. She's got a great heart for people and for art and wanting to bring beauty into the world. So
if you want to see her travels and her artwork, go and check out Grace Artistry, all one word, on YouTube.
We'll link that in the description below, as well as if you want to support her with a one-time donation or monthly.
Yeah.
It's a very easy website to donate on. We've done it, and she would greatly appreciate that, as she's helping out these awesome kids in another country.
Exactly.
So that's our update. She has made it, as far as I know. All those little pieces that she had to get together was insane. Making sure she had her passport, that delayed her.
Well, and they took
she got her
forever
passport,
to get that
but then
back.
she had to make sure that she had gotten her COVID swab at a certain time and had to have the result back before she landed. And then she was gonna have to quarantine for a certain amount of time. So she's
honestly
probably in quarantine right now, just hanging out and waiting to be able to get working. So
honestly, so much of it. But
the first few months or so, she will be studying French so that she can learn the language. That is the spoken language there.
Yep.
And then she'll be able to start her teaching. So
that's pretty cool.
Anyway, let's see. Oh, what is this? Less Junk, More Journey?
I'm not sure.
Kids, yes. So I mean, what, Hensley was little when
Hensley
they started.
was one. They started in 2015.
And then their little one starts with a J, right? Is it
JJ?
Yeah, JJ. He was born and brought back to an RV.
Yeah. I think Hensley was probably about a year. She spent about 3/4 of her life in an RV and traveling.
Sweet kiddos.
Yep.
Sweet kiddos. So it can be done. You can raise great kids on the road. I had a patient family member call us. What did he call us? Not hobos, but gypsies.
Gypsies.
I was like, well, that's not really. I mean,
it's
sure.
better than transients.
Okay. Yes, we've been called transients. Aww.
For those of you who don't know that story, real quick, we are making reservations in Reno, and I was calling an RV park to try and see if they had any availability.
You didn't even get to talk to a real person.
No, it went straight to a voicemail, and it was like, well, just to let you know, we're not taking any reservations, and especially nothing for transients.
Like, you had to, like, they were taking reservations only for, like, to be put on a list for like a year-long stint there.
Or something
so they
weird,
called
like,
people who stayed shorter than a year
transients. I'm like, I associate transients with, like, people that are, like, homeless.
Yeah, that live out of their vehicle.
That live out of a vehicle.
Oh, wait, we live out of our vehicle.
Well, what I mean is, like, no job. They
Right.
live out of a dilapidated something.
Yeah.
Or in a tent or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean,
I mean,
there's whole people, you know.
What is transient? I mean, I guess we could look it up, but I don't know that it applies to us per se.
Technically, we do have a home.
They could have used a better word,
address,
a term, maybe traveler instead of transient.
But Nevada had really strange.
They had strange
rules when it came to RVing.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't get monthly spots. You got 28 days.
Spots.
28 days.
Yeah.
Nothing was 30 days or a month long. That was weird.
Yeah.
But we survived our lockdown in Reno and split there by the second week in June, and then got to experience it all over again in Washington, because Washington was still kind of it's still kind of funky up there.
There was a few places like Idaho that really wasn't that bad as far as masks and stuff. Other places that weren't that bad, but then.
Well, this has been absolutely fantastic, you guys. We've got 6 more minutes. If some of you want to throw in what you like to do, what your favorite fall activity is. He wanted to ask what your favorite fall drink was. I'm like, we always ask what their favorite drink is or their favorite food.
I was trying to come up with a unique question.
And it ended up not being unique. Say unique New York 3 times fast. Ready, set, go.
Unique New York 3 times fast. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York.
Tongue twisters. I love them.
Yeah.
DFAM, you rock. You're awesome. It's raining here.
Yeah. We in our last week here, we do have one more time we plan on going to the zoo.
Hope it doesn't rain on us.
So we did put out that video 2 weeks ago on our zoo trip. So, yeah.
I work Sunday, Monday. I've got 3 days off. We're gonna do that trip to the zoo. We're gonna get things packed. We're gonna let the kids spend as much time with their friend as possible. We have a new friend in the park that they've been spending a lot of time with, enjoying his companionship. And then I work 2 more days, Friday and Saturday. Saturday is my last day on the job, my last day of the contract.
Yep.
And we hit the road on Sunday, so we are not wasting any time at all.
Yeah.
But pray for traveling mercies for us. Garrett, we'll see you next Saturday.
It might be a short live stream. It might be just something from my phone. But we will be trying to get as much packed up as possible.
Yeah, you might bring you along for that.
Yeah.
We love you all. We miss you all. If any of you are in Texas for Christmas time, we might do a Christmas meetup or something.
That might be a possibility.
Or around Thanksgiving, I don't know, holiday time. Because we were pretty darn lonely, I think, for our first Christmas away from Washington last year, being in Phoenix by ourselves. So we want to see y'all. I'm practicing my drawl, practicing my Texan drawl.
Yeah.
Got to get ready, right?
So, Nomadic Rambler says, "Good. It's a good thing you are not going to Florida. Florida will consider you homeless with children. That is if you're in an RV with children."
That's just cray-cray.
There are people that if you don't physically spend like over half your time in Florida, they basically take away your residency there. Or there's some weird or there's one person that were like, "Yeah, I'm now under investigation for fraud because I'm not in the state." You're like,
Florida's
what?
Weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a travel nurse I've been working with, and she's from Florida. That's her residency, and she's like, yeah, something screwy with what's going on. She's having to go back to the state and actually get a full-time job at a local hospital there. And who knows what's going to happen, but she loves traveling and she plans to do it a lot. So yeah. I told her, you need to follow us. She'll be doing it with her family.
Yeah. X marks the spot says, "Wait, I have no job, no house, and live in a trailer. I'm a transient."
You're a transient. You're a traveler.
Notion, our travel book said, "Good live, guys. May your last work days go smoothly."
Thank you so much. Yeah. There have been some tough days this contract, but then there have been some good days, and it's a good job. Just not a well-paying job, but it's been a good job. They keep their numbers down. I've had 4, sometimes 5 patients, and I mean that's sweet to have just.
Nomadic Ramblers clarified to X marks the spot that y'all are considered nomads.
Nomads. Yeah, I love that term so much better than transients.
Yeah. We're a full-time family.
Nomads.
We're a family that travels full-time.
Nomads. That's so much of a better term than transient, than what was the other term? Gypsies. Oh my gosh.
Unless you embrace it and
totally take on the gypsy lifestyle.
Yeah. Podcast says Thanksgiving is getting so close.
So close.
Seems like just yesterday that it was the last one. Yep.
I know. We had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah. X marks the spot said Texas Christmas at Padre
Island National Seashore, way down there. Ooh, that sounds so good. The beach for Christmas.
Yeah. So Don Ryman.
Hey, Don. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
He said, "I would love to see you over the holidays. Unfortunately, we will be in Florida for the holidays and your family."
Yes.
Yes, nomads.
Yes. Well, you stay safe there, Don. I can't remember his channel name. Please,
Our
'cause I'm
Nomadic
tired.
Story.
Thank you. Our Nomadic Story. Check his channel out. It's awesome. Dawn, I'm sorry. It's just because headache and tired and mommy brain and exhausted brain.
We do have on our plans to go and explore Florida.
We do. We want to
at
see
some
Florida.
point. But, we're just figuring out our new transition.
Yep.
So, all right.
Things are happening in our life. We're excited about Christmas. The next stage of our life is going to be kind of interesting. Just what we're going to be doing is different than what we normally do, with you going to school and me being at home, and making it interesting with paying the bills. And
I'm really excited for the change, though.
Yes,
it's been a long time since I've been the primary income.
We're ready for that
change.
I'm
ready for that change again. So,
not saying travel nursing is completely out of our wheelhouse, but hopefully you'll see me behind the camera more often than Garrett.
Dawn says, "Don't worry about it. You're doing great."
Good. Very good. Glad to hear that.
Awesome. Well, we are going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up.
What's our Wednesday video going to be?
I think we're going to be catching up with Galleon Adventures.
Awesome.
And the time we spent with them. We have a bunch of videos coming out with their time with their time with us.
That was about a month ago.
That was about a month ago, and we did a ton of things with them. And so we're going to kind of parse out the video, but it'll make sense when you see it. So.
Yeah. Yes. So much fun. So you guys.
And as always,
live life intentionally.
Bye.
Bye.